beautiful morning to you wherever you are listening to Solutions 93.9 FM. Right now, it's from the dailies, and my name is Ade Damola. Laughing with so much pleasure. I welcome you to another edition of the program. There's a program where we get to take you through the trending stories in some of today's national dailies. And this morning, as usual, I've got about one, two, three, four newspapers with me. And of course, as usual, I have Comrade Ayodeji Ajishokwe running the analysis with me on the program virtually this morning. Now, without wasting much of our time, let's go straight to the headlines on the pages of the newspapers this morning. Starting with the Nigerian Tribune, 4 days to Edo elections, PDP APC supporters up the ante as the riders Igodalo slams 20 billion naira suit on Oshiomhole over alleged defamatory comments on Plan Well. Okay, still looking at the front page of the Nigerian Tribune, FG set to exploit $7 trillion halal market. Okay, Ipman tackles NNPCL over petrol price template. And another one talking about the Borno floods. More donations for Borno flood victims as Tinubu visits vows to fight climate change impact. Away from that, let's look at the Vanguard newspaper this morning. I have this one saying Dangote Petrol, Nigerians to pay 950 naira per litre. NNPCL and riders pump price now. Lagos 950 naira per litre, Abuja 992 naira per litre, Borno 1019 naira per litre. And still taking the riders, NNPC completes lifting 16.5 million litres. Okay, away from that now, Okonjo-Iweala to seek second term as WTO DG. And still taking the stories from the Nigerian Tribune this morning. I have this one saying, Ido Malud, fix Nigeria before it's too late, Khan tells leaders. That story is found on page 5 of the Vanguard newspaper this morning. And let me take two more stories, two more newspapers now. 950 naira per litre Dangote petrol may justify more importation. Marketers. Petrol crisis threatens election as APC PDP set for showdown. Okay, and let me take another one. Tinubu visits Borno, pledges support for flood victims. I have this one saying Ogun landlord defiles tenant's 14-year-old daughter. Let me take another one talking about the Guardian newspaper this morning. Concerns as fuel price hike, weak naira, dampen inflation outlook. That is taken from the Guardian newspaper this morning. Fake Maiduguri flood victims mar relief operations at IDP camps. Another one says Obi MRA lament harassment, erosion of democratic ideals. Okay, because of our time, we'll go straight to connect with Comrade Ayodeji Ajishokwe this morning to get his own perspective on the stories read so far. It's still from the dailies on Solutions 93.9 FM. Stay tuned. I'll be right back. All right, Comrade DJ Shokpe, are you there? Good morning, Comrade DJ Shokpe.
Yes, a good morning to you, my dear comrade brother.
Okay, sorry for the technical issue we have in the studio at the moment this morning, but we can go ahead with our conversation this morning.
Please, yes.
Okay, now, one of the papers I read this morning is talking about 915 naira per liter as the substantive, let me call it substantive pump price of petrol. Now, before now, when Nigerians knew about the incoming of a Dangote refinery, we thought we will have a sigh of relief eventually when Dangote refinery starts operation. But now, do we say that the hopes of Nigerians to at least have a sigh of relief once the Dangote refinery starts operation, has the hope been dashed with this new figures we have in this morning?
You see, when we started talking about hope regarding Dangote refinery, we must take into consideration the factors, the dynamics, that play out in the market. Number one is the exchange rate.
Okay.
When Dangote refinery was commissioned by Muhammadu Buhari, what was the exchange rate? You understand? That was one of the things that engendered hope. You understand? So what was the situation there, and what is the situation of the exchange rate now? So, and that is a major determinant factor, because whether you sell crude oil to Dangote in naira or in dollars, that naira is even a factor of the spot market of crude oil. They are just selling in naira denomination. It is only denominated in naira. It is still the same exchange rate. You understand?
Yes.
Same exchange rate. What is dollar exchanging for today for the naira? That is what I'm saying. Exchange rate. The only relief Nigeria will get from that is that the burden of sourcing US dollars to buy will be drastically reduced. So that's a factor. Number two, you see, this transaction is as opaque as ever. What is the role of NNPC? NNPC was not a major factor in the feedstock that is resulting in this production by NNPC, by Dangote. They imported most of it. That is in the public domain. They shouted that the NNPC was also supplying them with crude oil. So most of the stock they are using to produce currently is imported. So NNPC, we also know by the Petroleum Industry Act, is a player. You understand? They have a retail outlet. I think they have about 1,500 retail outlets now, just like other major players. You understand? The Mobile, the Total Energy, and all of that. And the Independent Marketers Association of Nigeria, IPMA. So they are a player. So why is a player that NNPC is, why are they acting like an umpire now? That refinery is privately owned, even if you own a stake in it, you understand? Just 7% Are you now going to offtake everything? That is a monopoly. What they are producing currently is not even enough. And you know the ridiculous part.
What is it?
NNPC is doing back and forth, saying we're not going to buy from them if it is more expensive than what we import. We know that what you import, you said it openly that you are doing under recovery. You are selling at 600. Under recovery was around 600 too. That the landing cost was 1,200. And you said the one you bought from Dangote is 898 or so. So what is this threat of whether we to buy from them? You understand? And you bought the dollars too. You bought, NNPC bought in US dollars. Not that they paid in naira equivalent to, not that to. NNPC bought this stock in dollars because Dangote imported it in dollars. And they didn't pay, they imported from other sources. So NNPC is paying. So, but why is NNPC a player operating like the referee? You understand? You buy and then you start distributing to others. What's the meaning of that? And they are saying, did you see what they were doing? They were providing us with a pricing template. NNPC.
Yes. Giving us the pricing
NNPC.
templates now. And another question is why the disparity in the prices of the pump price of petrol in different parts of Nigeria has been indicated in the newspapers this morning.
It has always been like that. It has always. You see, these things are coming into light today. Because, let me tell you, subsidy has always been with us for a long time, since the days of Gowon. The first time the price of PMS increased was during the war between Israel and the Arabs, 1973, the one they call Yom Kippur War. But we had a reserve, you understand? Nigeria had a buffer. That was what they were using to cushion the effect. You see, there was a reserve. That was why it was not causing any issue. That they were dipping into the reserve, so dipping into our reserve. What we are doing now is pay as you go, like we do on our phones. You understand?
Okay.
No, so it is what we're just paying with collecting money with our right hand and paying out for the same product with our left hand. Look at what happened in 2010 when the government of Jonathan, warehoused some money. And then the Governors Forum of Nigeria went to the Supreme Court and said, let's share the money.
Now, comrade, because of our time now, the implication, if the NNPC has set the template at 950 naira per litre now, do we now see a situation whereby we have independent marketers selling as high as 1,200, 1,300 naira per litre?
What Dangote is doing currently is not enough. 16 million liters per day. It's not enough. When they're going to get to their max, you understand? Even the max NNPC is offering them is 385,000 barrels per day. They can do 550, 600. Even 650,000 in stock capacity, but I'm not sure they can do 650. That means they still have to import. But you see, almost certain question. Where is NNPC going to get that 385,000 barrels per day? Is it the same transaction they have been doing? Swap, give them crude, give us, they say they will be collecting AGO and PMS. What happens to the other products that are derivable from crude oil? What is the template for that transaction? Are they going to pay for that? Because they're not going to give it back to you. NNPC cannot do anything with it. Then when NNPC refinery, for Harcourt, the one they call 1 and 2, they are in the same location. When they start operating, where are they going to be getting crude oil from? You understand? Will they be able to continue to supply Dangote 385 and still feed their own Harcourt 1 and 2? You understand? Because it is likely that, except sabotage is active, I know that the Harcourt refinery is already producing until they had some problem about 2 weeks ago. So when they fix that and run it again for a while, before the end of this year, certainly it will be producing. So these are the factors. Everything is so shady.
All right, comrade.
The independent marketers say they're going to be importing. So when you see people doing 950, you will also see 1,200 until everything, stabilizes.
All right.
Towards the end of the year.
All right, let's be hopeful. It's 10 minutes to 10 on Solutions 93.9 FM. Let's move to another issue. As schools are resuming today, students are going back to school this morning. And there is a story on the front page of the Guardian newspaper saying that review inevitable, says Lagos State government, as parents kick against 300% hike in model colleges boarding fee. What do you make out of this?
You see, they say from 35,000 to 100,000.
From 35,000 naira to 100,000 naira. Yes.
You see, I don't deceive myself. Let us be pragmatic. Yes, they buy in bulk. Even if they buy in bulk, where do they source? I'm the son of a retired
principal. Yes, I know.
When they have contractors, you understand, that supply them. And those contractors apparently will not be buying from open market if they get big enough contracts, you understand? They will go and source. They will go and source in from the producers. That should remain reasonable enough. Because the problem is actually the issue of transportation. That is the major problem. And you don't have control over that, except the supplier has his own vehicle. And where are you going to do that? So these costs are going up.
But the question now is why the increments come in at this point when even parents can barely feed their kids? Everything seems to be going up. Is this what Nigeria bargained for?
Okay, do they continue to stop? Look, even at that 35, let me make it abundantly clear to you. They are subsidizing.
And that is the boarding fee is excluding the tuition fees, oh.
Boarding school is a different ball game now. It does not deceive ourselves. 100,000 naira per term boarding house. You have 13 weeks, You have 13 weeks in okay, that's a semester. You have probably you have like 12 weeks now in a star. You have like 10 weeks. 12 weeks. So every day they are there on Monday to Sunday. 3 meals. Divide it. Even if they are getting it in bulk. Let us not deceive ourselves. Even at that 100,000, they will still be subsidizing. They will still be subsidizing. You know now that you are a father now. You are head of a household now. You know what cost has done. Somebody was telling me in our studio that last session fees were increased twice in our university, and they will still increase again this session. Let me tell you, you will be resuming, I think, over this weekend, and as soon as they resume, exam will start. And if you have not paid, you know the lawyer said because of the demonstrated rather, because of the fees, they say you come into school with evidence of payment of those fees. If you don't come with evidence of payment, you are not doing exam. So, I mean, either you pay and come and do exam, or you don't pay and you don't do exam. You understand?
All right.
So, it's a very tough situation.
Okay. Now, still talking about the resumption of schools this morning, let's focus more on the secondary school and the primary or probably the nursery school pupils now. Looking at everything they need. Hello?
Parents are confronted with a huge challenge.
I mean, let's talk about, this is a new session entirely. That means everything will be changed. Even if you are not changing the school bags and everything, school books, textbooks must be changed. And if you take a stroll to all those bookshops these days, I mean, the prices of these books are not really encouraging. They are, let me use the word, heartbreaking for many parents.
Yes, they are heartbreaking.
And sometimes I remember when we spoke about this a little yesterday on the program.
Yeah.
When we were in school, the textbooks I used, my younger ones were able to use it. But the basic ones talking about the English, mathematics, and the likes.
Sciences.
But these days now, even from the nursery schools, it is very hard for you. It's not even possible for you to leave your books to your younger ones because the workbook, you have to do the work inside those textbooks.
You can understand that scenario. The publisher, there are so many authors now. If you look through the syllabuses of primary and secondary school, so many authors now. Some people decide who to put on the, reading, what they call reading list. But the publisher, they have to be creative. That's creativity. So when they insert the workbook, that means do we say that in our days we didn't have much publishers then? Why were they not practicing it in our days? Why are they doing it now, tearing the pockets of parents? There were not many publishers then. Not even many authors then. But you see, the struggle for the market space now is so intense. and they have to be creative. And one of the creative things they have done is to install. Workbook used to be separate now.
Definitely.
How do you put workbook inside
But the workings have to be done in the books now.
And you know what? Let me tell you, every market has its own conspiracy theory. If you don't, the Minister of Education can say, stop it. We are not going to do the workbook in the text. Do it separately. You understand? But you know, that's their tough. So they decide how to manage it. But in whose interest? Do you understand? That's the questions we should be asking. We have concerned parents association and all of that. What are they doing? You understand? Concerned parents association, and I know they are very active. What are they doing?
Okay.
Are parents not observing this and telling them? You know,
comrade, I think we'll have to look at this particular issue on either on this platform or another platform very soon.
Right.
Okay, that's the much we can take on the program today. We'll be back again tomorrow morning for a fresh edition of the program. Thank you very much, Comrade Ayodeji Ajokwe.
I always do have a fruitful day. God bless you.
All right, that's the wrap for today. We'll be back again, like I said, tomorrow morning for a fresh edition of From the Daily Zone Solutions 93.9 FM. Wishing all students back to school this morning. Happy resumption. My name is Adedamola Lafenwa. Wishing every one of us a very splendid day. Good morning.